Good morning, church. God is good, and all the time. Raise the roof. Tell the person sitting beside you, you're such a joy. Church, there is this video that I want to show you. Can we turn off the lights, please?
When I was at the University of Florida, for every home game, we would get in the bus at our hotel and we would drive right by the stadium and we would stop at what's called the Gator Walk. And every game I played there was probably 20 to 40,000 fans at this Gator Walk, ready to greet us as we get off the bus. I would see all these people. I gotta tell you, there were a lot of voices that started to hit me. One of the first voices that instantly hit me was pride and arrogance, because I would look out and I would see thousands of jerseys with my number on it. I would look out and I would see Bible verses that they were wearing because I wore them. And so for a second you thought, dang, I'm something. They're here for me. This is pretty cool. I must be somebody. There's a picture that I stumbled across, and it's one of Time's 100 most influential images of all time. And it's the picture of this young girl. She's on her way from her village to a feeding center not far away. And she's so malnourished and she's moving so slow that this vulture is waiting to attack. So the young man that took this picture, I think there was probably something in his heart that he wanted to do good. He wasn't sure. So he captured this picture and he just waited, and then the vulture got closer. So he kind of shooed the vulture off, and then he walked away, and the vulture would come right back. And he was told, because of some of the sicknesses in the areas, don't touch anybody, don't do anything. And so he didn't. He didn't. He did nothing. Because apparently the cost was too much. So he left. He went back. The New York Times published this photo in 1993. In 94, he won the Pulitzer Prize for this photo. 4 months after this, he chose to end his life. You see, every single one of us, we have a chance to be successful in life. And you know what? I hope you are. I really do. I hope you're successful. There's nothing wrong with being successful. But success is just about you. But significance is about other people. You see, that man that took that picture, he had success. That's one of the greatest honors a photographer could ever have. But obviously it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So what's going to be enough for you? You see, success is great. You can do a lot of things with it, but it's not going to be fulfilling. And you can never forget that sense of urgency, that it's not about your timeline, it's about their timeline. While you might have 30, 40, 50 years, they have days, minutes, moments. She had moments, but it wasn't worth it to go pick her up. It wasn't worth it to give her a hug. It wasn't worth it to tell her about the gospel. Yeah, I won a Pulitzer Prize, but what does it matter? What does it matter? It doesn't. And I think the greatest tragedy in life is we're going to look back one day and say, I was successful in things that don't matter. I want you to be successful, but more than anything, I want you to be significant. And when you live for Jesus and you love people, I believe you're going to have a life of significance.
When you live for Jesus and when you love people, you will have a life of significance. Can we say that together? When you live for Jesus and when you love people, you will have a life of significance. I'd like to thank Tim Tebow for this video because he has inspired me so much. He and his family has served in the Philippines for many years as missionaries. In fact, Tim was born in the Philippines. He was expected to be stillborn because his mother contracted dysentery while she was pregnant, and the medications caused placental disruption. All of the doctors want an abortion, but the family decided against it. Tim was born on August 14, 1987. When I visited our mountaintop schools in the south of the Philippines 7 years ago, the Tim Tebow Foundation was building a massive children's hospital for the poor. What a life of significance. When you live for Jesus and when you love people, you will have a life of significance. Each of us here have some kind of hardship or trying situation that we are carrying right now. Perhaps like Tim, you were born from some kind of hard situation in your life. Perhaps you are a product of poverty, of divorce, of mental illness, abuse, low self-esteem, doubt, disease, failure, addictions, bullying, depression, isolation, hunger for love. I have shared to you many times here at St. Walter how I battled with low self-esteem and low self-confidence for many years, starting in my teen years. Its ghost still haunts me sometimes. When you live for Jesus and when you love people, you will have a life of significance. Church, the resurrection that Jesus offers you is the fullness of life that you can only find in Him. Can we say that together? The resurrection that Jesus offers you is the fullness of life that you can only find. Not money, not drugs, not accomplishments, not more likes on social media, not popularity, not anything that this material world promises, but it cannot deliver. Because of my insecurities, I thought that I can earn love by serving in the church when I was a young person. I thought that I can earn love by excelling in my studies in college and graduate school. I thought that I can earn love by taking care of my parents when we first came here as immigrants in 1992, until I met Jesus. Until I met Jesus. Jesus offered me a relationship instead of a religion. He gave me mercy instead of judgment. He welcomed me just as I am, with my warts and all. When I first met Jesus in 1994 in Dayton, Ohio, on a youth gathering, He offered me a new life. Not the perfect one. He offered me a resurrection. He offered me Himself. 2 weeks ago, I said that Jesus did not come to make bad people good. He came so that dead people may come back to life. The resurrection that Jesus offers you is a relationship that offers you grace, mercy, reconciliation, peace, joy, and love. Can we say that together? The resurrection that Jesus offers you.
Is a relationship that offers you grace, mercy, reconciliation, peace, joy.
Church, I wish you to success, but most of all, I wish you significance. When you live for Jesus and when you love people, you will have a life of significance. Church, can we bow our heads in prayer? Can we have some music while this is going on? Bow your heads in prayer. If your loved one is sitting beside you, please hold their hand. As you bow your heads in prayer, as I say these words, pray the words, whisper the words, say the words, whatever you need to do. I will repeat it several times. Please also repeat it several times among yourself, even in whisper. I want you to exhale slowly. Inhale slowly. Exhale your stress. Inhale love. Exhale all your worries and pains. Inhale peace. Inhale. I am totally, completely, and perfectly loved. I am totally, completely, and perfectly loved. I am totally, completely, and perfectly loved. Inhale. Whisper it to yourself. I am totally, completely, and perfectly loved. Whisper. I am totally, completely, and perfectly loved. Inhale. Church, you are so worthy. As you bow your heads, you are so worthy. You feel you're not worthy right now, but God totally loves you as you are. Completely with all your weaknesses. Perfectly because His love for you is perfect. Receive this love this Easter Sunday. Inhale. Together, let's say it. I am totally, completely, and perfectly loved. Together, I am totally, completely, and perfectly loved. I am totally, completely, and perfectly loved. Inhale. Can you say it to the person beside you? You are totally, completely, and perfectly loved. Say it to another person. You are totally, completely, and totally loved. One more person, please. You are totally, completely, and perfectly loved. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, was blind,